Hi, welcome to Injury Coach. My name is Andre. I'm here to help you to become the best you can be injury-free. We're going to start out with an analogy for your body. For most people, their body is like a tent. It does give some comfort and a little bit of protection. But in order for your body to become the best it can be, you need to transform it into your tent into a house. There's a big difference between a tent and a house. A house is much stronger, it lasts much longer, it gives more comfort, and it protects much better. So how do we build a house or your body? First, it starts with a blueprint. You need good land, a strong foundation on top of that, at least 4 walls, and a durable roof. Now, we will discuss each component more in detail in later videos, but I want to share some basics right now. First, we start out with the land. The land is a part of the foundation. In fact, both represent how you think. Everything starts with how you think. Your mind determines your actions, which result into a certain body. For example, if your mindset at 55 is, well, that's just the way it is, I'm getting older and thus I can expect aches and pains all the time. Well, guess what? You can expect just that, aches and pains. On the other hand, if you have the mindset of somebody who thinks, and I've heard another physical therapist came up with this saying, reaching the age of the speed limit doesn't mean I need to slow down, then you will act differently and end up with a different body. So when we go back to the analogy of building a house, the way you think represents the land and the foundation you build your house on. Now, wrong thinking happens when you build your house on soft soil, on sand. For example, I come from Amsterdam. If you take a canal cruise there, you go in between those old buildings, and you will see that those buildings are all crooked a little bit. Yeah, it's because it was built on wet soil. We do that to our health, we kind of become crooked, yes? So that is the wrong thinking. The right thinking is, of course, to build your house on rock, on hard ground. So regarding your health, that means the right thinking is being focused on functional longevity instead of high performance or looks. Okay, give you another example. My wife and I, when our first date was rollerblading. We were probably about 30 years old. Now, decades later, right, now we're in our 60s, we're still rollerblading. And we're probably one of the oldest people on the beach there. And so that's what I want for you. I want you to be able, in your 60s, 70s, and 80s, to do whatever you want to do. Well, in order to do so, you need to have functional longevity as your foundation. That is the right thinking. That's the rock. That's the good soil. So next, what is necessary, of course, is building the foundation on this rock, on this ground. And foundation, everybody knows, is important. Give you an example. In 1994, I was living here in Los Angeles, and there was this bad earthquake. It was the Northridge earthquake, and at 3:30 a.m., I was just laying in my bed, and 5 seconds later, I was laying on the floor. Things were shaking like crazy. I ran out of the apartment building, and a few hours later, looked around, and you saw some buildings collapsed, and others were just, others right next to the collapsed buildings. They were just standing like nothing happened. And the whole, point is, of course, it's because they had a good foundation and the others had bad foundation. Now, for us, that is extremely important to know how to think, because that is the foundation of our health. So the foundation of your health is the perspective that you have on the healthcare system, the healthcare professionals that you're dealing with, and the role you play in this. Now, based on those 3 components, you're going to get completely different results. We also need at least 4 walls, right? Those are the principles that we determine everything upon. So it determines our quality of life. That I talked about it before a little bit. We're going to talk about injury principles, pain principles, rehab training and exercise principles, and success principles. Now, we will explain each one of them, of course, in later videos. But those are the 4 walls that we're going to build. And lastly, we need to build the roof. Now, the roof represents the quantity of your life. That's the finishing touch of that functional longevity. It consists out of 2 main aspects: energy management and medical tests. So I hope you can see that if you put all these aspects together, you're going to experience great health and functional longevity. In other words, a high quality and quantity of life. So I'm looking forward to laying the foundation of your health more in detail in the next video, so you can become the best you can be, injury-free.